Hello, Plant Squad. Welcome back to the Plant Channel. My name is Cody, and I'll be your host today. So, this one is probably a long-awaited video. This is actually part 2 of the mini greenhouse tour. Um, so, to help you guys with a little bit of disconnect from reality, how about some plant time? I know a lot's going on right now. I have been quarantined from work. We got the call this week, so I will not be working for the next 2 weeks at least, which I look at as I'm going to get a lot of stuff done. So, join me and let's go take a look what's in here. Before I get to that, there's some stuff that I took out that normally hangs in there, and I took that out so that I can film. So I'm going to show you guys that first before we go into there. So actually, first up, because there's a lot of stuff that's changed in there, so we're going to kind of do a recap. But before we do that, if you guys remember in the last one, the Pink Princess, here is the Pink Princess leaf now. I was afraid that it was going to be all pink, but we've got some regular coloration in there, so I won't lose it, hopefully not. Just a wonderful plant, doing great. So a few things that hang in there. You guys watched me unbox this, but this is my Anthurium veitchii that I got from Gabriella Plants. It's doing wonderful since it's got here. It's actually, and I just looked right now, putting off a new root. That is wonderful news. Let's see. This is one of my newest leaves on my Anthurium Forgetii. So I love Forgetii because they have no sinus. I think it's called palpitate or something like that. So there's no sinus on it. It's just the leaf connects right to the stem. And I actually think this is a two-part plant because there's a growth point right here and a growth point right here. So hopefully it is a double plant and it'll start producing more leaves for me. Looks like maybe a new leaf is already on the way. And wow, multiple new leaves are on the way actually. That's fantastic. I love to hear that. See that, hear that, whatever. And here's another one that hangs in there. This is my Anthurium. Let's get the longest leaf out. Frederickstallii. I love this plant. I really like the pendant leaves. But if y'all know, I'm on an Anthurium kick, so I've got all kinds of Anthuriums. So give me just a second. Let me get you guys ready, and we'll start over here. All right. All right, guys, so here, last video you also seen the bat flower. So here's just a real quick update. It is blooming, and those blooms are super, super cool looking. But it's bloomed out I think just 2 flowers that have fallen off. Also could have been my fault they've fallen off, but they've got multiple flowers coming on. Oh, I'm so excited. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 5 blooms on this thing that are forming. So, all right. Let me open this for you all. Oh, before we're going to talk about lighting real quick. This light right here is a 5,000 lumen. I'll bring it back up, sorry. 5,000 lumen shop light from the Walmart. I spent 20 bucks on it. Plants love it. And there's one over here behind the Monstera leaves. Another one right there. So, let's go ahead and get started. So on this side over here, nothing has really changed that much except for this guy. He's new. Well, he's not new. I've had him. That is one of my beautiful Philodendron gigas. It was in the house in a terrarium, and I decided to break the terrarium down. So he came out here, growing wonderfully. And then here is, let me get you around, my Epipremnum pinnatum variegata that I showed you guys last time. But what's changed is I put him on a moss pole, and let me get you over here. This second leaf right here has green in it, so it's not all white. Oh, thank you. A few things down here would be El Chaco Red finally popped out a new leaf. That would be my Florida Ghost right here that came in from the house, from the terrarium, and then the second Gigas that I had in there. So those are in here. They're doing wonderful. And then here's 2 new plants. So this one right here is, if you guys remember, and he's down here, the poor Philodendron fibrosum stump that I have, that came in a bad import order. That import order was made right. The company resent me plants, and everything is doing wonderful. So this is one of the varicosums that was in that order, the first order, that was dead, and they made it right. And he's kind of leaning, but that's just how I planted him in there. Eventually I'll get him straightened up. I'm not worried. He's happy. He's healthy. I'm just going to leave him the way he is. And then here is the fibrosum that they sent me, the newest fibrosum. And look at those leaves. And those hairy petioles. I just love it. I brought some orchids in here. This one in this hanging basket is a Brastivalia orchid. And then I brought some other stuff in down here at the bottom. We've got some rehab. That's the rehab zone, as I'm going to call it. So we got some begonias in there. I know one's an Amphioxus, one's a Seismoriana. Don't know what the other one is. And then right here, that is a Syngonium rayi, I believe. I can't remember the name of it. Logis. Varicosum's doing wonderful. Popped out its new leaf. Loving its moss pole. Let me move you back a little bit so I can show you. I did bring in a Hoya. Just one of my little serpents that I have. He's right here. And then an Anthurium crystallinum right here. I love it. That's its newest leaf. And of course, the Philodendron Melanochrysum is doing wonderful over here. So when you're greeted, kind of come in here, you get to see quite a few plants. So this guy right here is my Anthurium papulolaminum. I can't say that word right, but she's a beautiful 4-leaf plant. I'm so happy to have her. Back here, losing one of its leaves, is one of my Anthurium hybrids. I'm not sure what it is, but it's a silver one, probably a silver blush or a silver crystal or whatever they are. But I love that plant. It's absolutely beautiful. We're losing a leaf, but we still have 3 healthy leaves, including this one. And if you look right here, that's an Anthurium magnificum leaf. I don't really know what's going on with it. I think after talking to a friend who's an Anthurium collector, she kind of helped me with figuring out that it's probably cold damage because I let it get a little too cool in here. So we're going to correct that and hopefully make everything better. But if you guys didn't know, and I don't know if it'll pick up on camera. Yeah, it will. Anthurium magnificums have square petioles. It's the coolest freaking thing ever. You'll see the blush back here, the crystal hope, or I can't remember the name of that one. And the humidity's kicking on too. I love when that happens. The hybrid right here, the magnificum, that's the newest magnificum leaf. The papulolaminum, that would be my Hoya carnosa gray ghost. I put it in here for a little extra humidity to see what it will do. I'm hoping it grows because it's been like that for a while. Down here is another, and I'm thinking this is a hybrid. I'm thinking this is a magnificum hybrid because it's longer leaved than I would peg a regular magnificum for. And it's being photobombed by Warrock. You'll get to see the Warrocks here in a minute. This right here, if my hand isn't in the way, I think that's a Pastizanum, but I'm not 100% sure. I bought it, it lost all its leaves. Hopefully I can figure out what it is. And then newest leaf on my Philodendron gloriosum. So, and you guys got to see these in the last ones. That would be my Glorious. She put out a new leaf. Don't know what's going on with it. Photobombed by another Warrock. If it'll stay. There you go. Veracrysum, Veracosum, Melanochrysum hybrid. My other Veracrysum is deciding to put out a new leaf. Yay. So for some heat in here to keep it up, I just rolled a heat mat up in here. So it puts off a little more heat. And then this is my Regale. Probably the same thing that happened with the Magnificum leaf. It just got a little cold in here. I'm not worried. Look at these roots. We'll be fine. She'll put out a new leaf in any, no time. So, slow pan up so you guys don't get sick. So over here on this shelf, and I love this shelf, and I'm gonna bring it down so y'all can see. I'm using my fancy gimbal that I still have no idea how to work right. So we're gonna start, and you're gonna see my finger. This guy right here is the Begonia Montes Elephantis. You watched me unbox that. And then we have the the triplet group. 3 of my Melanoballatas. Guys, I can't use my words again today. This is Begonia brevimosa subspecies exotica. And then you have the red form right here. Brevimoris subspecies, not subspecies, but just Brevimoris red form. Begonia luxurians. You guys watched me unbox that. This guy right here is a beautiful Amphioxus. And then if you look, this is my Begonia Darth Vaderiana. And it's starting to grow, so I'm happy about that. The Brevimosa hybrids right here, these two. I can't remember the name of this one, so I'll put it on the screen for you. This, I believe, is Begonia Sarawak. I took it out of the terrarium. And then I'm not sure what this one is, and I've lost the name for it. But then this beautiful leaf right here belongs to Begonia futuensis. And I'm going to bring you kind of where you all can see, oops, sorry, hit the camera. You get to see a Burkillii silverform, Begonia U614. Note, if you guys buy U614 from Mountain Orchids, they're absolutely wonderful, but they will need a repot. I repotted mine like 2 days later because it started to get very thirsty, and if you let them dry out for too long, this is what will happen. So, just a little bit of a note to you guys, just for future reference. So, then I brought in some of my hanging orchids. I want to say this is, I have no idea what that is actually, but this is a Phalaenopsis species. That is a Lepanthes species, and I'm going to bring you in closer if you can, the camera will focus. See that little like reddish dot thing? That's a bloom. I love when these guys bloom. And then you've got another Phalaenopsis species back here that's actually forming blooms. So let me just step back. This is the Warrock shelf. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Warrocks on this shelf. No, sorry. 6 Warrocks. But this right here is a Frederick Stallii rehab, and then my Mammoratum Anthurium is back here as well. And then if we peek through here, those are Callistifolia chloristicta. Why do I always want to say that? Green forms I just got in not too long ago. So, loving them. And then we've got, of course, Rachel calls this the House of Queens because I have lots of Anthurium warrockianums. So we've got another one here and another one here. This right here is a hybrid Anthurium I've had for quite a few years, and I don't know what's going on with it. It's lost all its leaves, well, except for one, but it's losing it. Root system's healthy, so I'm not sure what's going on with it. So I'm hoping it'll pull through. You'll see another pink princess right back there. And that is a Begonia bipinnatum or something like that. Can't remember. Down here, there's the fan, so there's always, I think this is a Encyclia species of orchid, and it's mounted on plaster. It's super cool. This cool anthurium is Anthurium cuticoensis, and it's got a new bud on it. And then there's a Milano back here that I have no idea what to do with. So I got one more plant to show you guys, and it is a Warrock, and this Warrock is my baby. So here's one leaf, and this is the coolest Warrock I have in my collection. We got one long leaf-ish, we got one round leaf, and then we have the newest leaf right there. I love it. This was in a cup, like I've done all my other Warrocks. But I moved it to the basket yesterday. Tell you what, that was nerve-wracking. So I'm gonna turn her like this, so we can get a view. Look at that sinus, I love it. And it'll just go, sorry if I'm shaking, down just like so. I love it. So I thank you guys for subscribing. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything from me. I feel a giveaway coming up here soon, so if you guys got any questions, feel free to send me a DM, send me an email, comment below. If you have plant questions, you know I'm always here. You'll see a lot of me here soon because I'm in 2 days of quarantine, but I'm gonna get a lot of stuff done. So, thank you for joining me, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.